Regina Kish, I learned a lot of stuff from her. I just did her like free 5-day course and just took stuff from that. And then, so I just want to say thanks to them. Like, and also like say, I'm no pro. This is just what works for me. This is what, you know, this is just what I'm just doing me. And I'm no pro. So these are just some tips and tricks and advice that I have for you on Instagram and just social media in general. So, oh my God, I'm sweating. Okay, why I started sharing online. Maggie was like, oh my God, you should do a post. And I'm like, oh my God, lady, I just met you. Like, don't tell me what to do. And I'm like, I don't like posting on Instagram. So I'm going to take this at my own pace and I will post when I'm ready to post. So I posted a little bit here and a little bit there. And I would send her pictures of my food and stuff. She's like, start sharing that. And I'm like, oh, okay, you're right. Like, okay, I'll do it. But I did it when I was comfortable. Like, you can't force this, you know? With anything, whether I feel like people think when you're posting for Beachbody, you have to post like before and afters of you in your sports bra. Like, no, you don't have to do that. And we'll talk about like different things that you can post. So why I started sharing was the encouragement from Maggie and then women on my team, like Lindsay. She was like, girl, you need to post your face on your stories. I wasn't even talking in my stories. And that's something that's so important on social media is like saying is you need to get people to know, like, and trust you. But I say you need people to know, love, and trust you. They can like so many different people online, but like, why are they coming to your page? Because they love what you have. Like, I loved Maggie's vibe. And that's ultimately what kept me going back and forth to her page and looking at her and her workout videos. And then I started like looking at like Sam's and like Regina, and I found, and Hillary and Jenny and Annie, like, and Lori, and I found all these people. I'm like, oh my God, there's a whole bunch of these women out there. And I'm just like, oh, they're all drinking that drink. I need that, you know? So, you know, why I started posting ultimately was I am just so passionate about these programs and the nutrition plan because I'm like the queen of not sticking to anything. Like, my idea of eating healthy is eating salads for 3 days and like, that's it, you know? So, ultimately, it was just my passion for how it helped me, and I wanted to help other people. But definitely the encouragement from Lindsay and Maggie. They're like, get your face on there. And I'm like, fine. Like, Maggie was trying to get me to go live the other day, and it just didn't work out. But I, like, woke up with, like, butterflies in my stomach. I'm like, oh, my God, I have to do a live. And I didn't have to, but, like, I wanted to. So, like, you have to get yourself out of your comfort zone. Otherwise, nothing's going to work. Like, seriously, I didn't even want to sign up with this crazy lady on Instagram because I was nervous, and that was so not me. Like, I don't buy things. I know how to work out. I know how to eat healthy, but my problem was I wasn't doing it. So my husband's like, Erin, just do what you have to do. Like, I'll be here to support you. I'm like, don't make fun of me if I can't make it 21 days. And ultimately, that's been like over a year. So that's why I just started sharing online. I was just so passionate. And actually, I did these programs for months, and I didn't tell anyone that I was doing it until one of my coworkers at work, he was like, my maiden name, Sites. He goes, Sites, what are you doing? He's like, are you working out? And I'm like, yeah. And he was like asking me about it because he's just like me. He knows what to do and how to do it. He was an athlete in high school, but he wasn't doing it. And now him and his wife have joined my team, which is really cool. So people started asking me about it because they saw a change in me, not only physically, but mentally and emotionally. I was just happier, more energetic. And they started asking me about it. So I'm like, I should probably start sharing about this. And I said this in our coach sneak peek. I'm like, it'd just be rude not to share this with people. I'm like, almost like a disservice, you know? So that's one of my first points is your why. You need to find your why with coaching. Why do you want to coach? So would be one of the biggest things you have in paper, like write down what's your why. Because if you don't know what your why is, this is not going to be fun, and you're going to feel burnt out and like it's not fun. And sometimes if you need to take a break, you need to take a break and like collect yourself and go back to why am I doing this? Is your why? My why is because it's fun as hell. Like, and I have like women on here that I went to college, my best friend from college, Kimmy right there. this is her first team call, and I'm so excited. But then like Nicola and I went to high school together. Like Meg and I went to college together, and it's just like so fun to like get everyone back together. Like I'm just so passionate about it. So is your why like, you know, Sam talks about her kids and they just bought a new house and like taking them to sports and being able to do all these things. Like Maggie, this is it. She is helping her family. Like I just wanted to do it for my shakes, I guess. And then it just turned into fun. So you need to find your why, because that's ultimately what's going to drive you to share on social media. So just really, really, really think about your why. Because honestly, every day I'm like, what's my why? Like, but that kind of faded, and now it's just fun, you know? So definitely start thinking about what your why is. Like I would write that down. Okay, when you're posting, my next tip is creating curiosity. So you never want to like, I don't have anything by me right now, but like this book that I've been reading, I have commitment issues. I've been reading this book for like 4 months now, and it's fine because I'm not even halfway. But if I'm like talking all about this book, like I love this book so much, like, but I want people to start asking me about what book I'm reading, I'm not gonna be like, this is the book. This is where I got the book. So we don't need to talk at all. Just go get this book at the library. Whereas if I'm all sneaky about it and like making them wonder what my book is, they're gonna reach out to me. So, and that, I remember one of my first posts that I shared on my story was me showing my Energize, and Mag's like, yeah, that's great, but like, don't put the Energize name in there, you know? But like, I would have never known that. So don't, and it's not like we don't want people to know what we're using, but we want to create that curiosity and that relationship for them to reach out and us to build that relationship of the know, love, and trust. And that's what got me talking to Maggie, was her yellow drink that I wanted to try. So your goal is to get people curious, and you want them to reach out to you to ask what you're doing. Another tip I would have, and this is another huge question you need to ask yourself, is why are people coming to your page versus any other Beachbody coach's page? So I always think, what do I like to look at? I like to look at food. I like to look at people traveling, because that's one of my passions. I like to look at teacher stuff. Like Gina posts, so Gina and Sam and Laura, like Annie, we have so many teachers in the house, and like I love looking at that stuff. So you follow those people. So you need to think of all the yous out there, and why are they going to come to your page? So you need to think about all of, like I think about all the old Erins. The old Erins would be like someone that knows how to eat healthy but's not doing it, and knows how to work out but they're not doing it. Like think about why they're coming. What value are you going to offer them when they come to your page? And that's why you have to do you. Like in this, again, I say I'm no pro. Like this is just what's worked for me, and I figured out with trial and error throughout the year of coaching. And I got distracted. My husband came up here. Now I'm all embarrassed. So where was I? Oh, so why are they coming to your page? Is it because they like the way you edit your pictures? Is it because they like you and your personality? Is it because they can relate to you? Is it because they like what you offer them? So you're trying to reach out, and this is another person you need to have a very vivid picture of in your head, is who your audience is. Who are you reaching out to? Are you reaching out to, like for me, it was like the skinny fat. Like that's how I always describe myself. Like I was thin and I'm really tall. So like people are like, oh, Erin, you don't need to lose weight. I'm like, yo, I'm not trying to lose weight. Like I need to get healthy. I need to get my mind right. Okay. And those are the people that I felt like I could reach out to, were the thinner people, but they're not really like healthy. You know what I mean? And I always just use that word to describe myself. You know, ex-athlete. Like I was an athlete in high school, always healthy, never had to worry about what I was eating. So I reach out to those people. You know, do you reach out to new moms? Are you newly engaged? Are you reaching out to people that are starting to plan for a wedding, or newlyweds, or, you know, postpartum? Are you reaching out to all the busy people? Like I have some girls on my team that travel for work, so they're all worried about, where am I going to do these workouts? Is your audience people that love to go to Target? Is your audience people that love sushi like me? Is your audience dog people? Is your audience like Maggie and I so relate on the anxiety level? Like, are you reaching out to people that struggle with anxiety and stress and mental stuff like that? So you really need to picture the woman you are trying to reach out to, because when you're doing your stories, even if you do a story, one story just to her, you're reaching out to someone. So say I have a lot of women my age that are getting pregnant right now and they don't want to join because they're getting pregnant. So they think, I'm going to gain weight anyways. What's the point of trying to get healthy right now? And I think the exact opposite. You need to be the healthiest you can possibly be right now. Why would you not want to join my challenge group? But I totally get that. I get that point of view completely. But if you're having a conversation, another tip would be if you're having a conversation with someone that has what's the word? Someone help me. Like what's the word? Maggie, help me. With the D, what's the word? Anyone?
Diet? Wait, what?
No, like they're hesitant. Like
debating?
A hang up?
Debating.
Yeah, maybe like a hang up, like what, yeah. I forget the word. Do a story or do a post on that. They're giving you content, right? They don't want to join you because X, Y, and Z. So give them a reason to join because of X, Y, and Z.
They're giving you a like an objection or an excuse?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, an objection.
Yeah.
So if their objection is, I'm like, what's a common objection that you guys are getting recently? Anyone?
Every one of them.
Injuries. I'm getting injuries. All sorts of people have knee, back, hip, foot, shoulder. Everybody.
Okay. So with that, Natalie, who's on this call right now, she's a coach on my team, and she joined our group when she knew she was getting ankle surgery because she wanted to join a group to have that like consistency and to keep her head straight during her recovery. So Laura, you could talk about not straight up like, have an injury but don't want to join my challenge group, like not like that, but like hide it in there that you're addressing the person that you just talked to that has an injury, and talk about our challenge groups are not about workouts. I feel like that's a plus. Our challenge groups are about relationships. They're about support. And I have needed the most support I've ever needed this far in my life last week. And I got that from everyone. And these women on this call, like I didn't even know this time last year. And you guys are what helped me get through last week, and this is keeping you in a routine and keeping you mentally and emotionally like sane. So physical objections, I totally get, but make them realize that they need you for a lot more than just workouts. So if you're struggling with content, talk to someone, and when they deny you, post about what you just talked about. Very casually though. You don't want them being like, oh my God, that girl just posted about what we talked about. Like just casually and like with very good intentions, maybe a day or two after. Post about it in your story or make a post about one of their objections.
I literally just did that today.
What was it? What was the objection?
I literally just did that today. Like tonight on my post. Like just the support, the group, because of my elbow surgery. Like it had nothing to do with anything else except our group and how that support, the constant cheering me on type deal is what makes all the difference, and that is why I'm still here.
Yeah, totally. Like Nicola and I were talking yesterday. She's like, if I wasn't coaching, I don't think I would have stuck with it this long. Like we have all these women behind us and like the support. Like Natalie, we were talking today with our group, like she's like, this is why I need this group, was just for the support of a family member, you know? So, Laura, my thing with that would be like, make them realize why they need you. It's so much more than workouts. So maybe that could be a post, you know? Okay. The next thing I would have is, what value are you offering in your posts and in your stories? So it's totally fine to just post stuff just to post stuff, and you want to do that sometimes. But what value? Are you just like posting quotes and like stuff they see on everyone else's Instagram? Or are you offering them value, like recipes? I'm a huge foodie. Like, there are people in this world that eat to survive and then survive to eat, and that is me. I love food so much. I think about it all the time. That's why I had to reel my brain in, because I'm the biggest foodie I know. Kimmy and I ate so much pizza in college. I don't know how we're not 500 pounds. So what do you like? Do you love your workouts, or do you love the recipes? So I, in the last couple months, have really been sharing a lot of recipes, because I love going to other people's pages and seeing easy recipes. And I'm like, sweet, I'm making this for dinner tonight. I'm going to go back to their page tomorrow and see what I can make for dinner the next night. So figure out what kind of value you want to offer people. It can be all over the place, but like, find what's your thing. Like, what are you really passionate about? Is that, like I said, recipes, workouts, easy lunches. There was a girl in one of the courses I did, she did a little like group on kids' lunches, like what to pack your kids for healthy lunch. It doesn't have to be about our groups necessarily, but what's your thing? What are you offering to people? Any kind of tips. It could be freaking like cleaning tips. My husband and I did the Marie Kondo tidying up, and I made so many connections and relationships with people just posting about that and sharing about us cleaning our house. So just like, find something that you're passionate about besides this, and find that audience, and then you start making relationships. And I can't express enough to you, we all know that relationships is what keeps this going, because that's when you bond with people and they know, love, and trust you. And that's ultimately why they want to join your group, is because they love you and they trust you that they can do what you did. So really think about what value you're offering people. So Kelsey Hill is the number 10 coach in the company. She was at our Super Sunday, and Kimmy, actually, my friend, she was like, oh my gosh, I followed Kelsey Hill forever. I didn't know she was a Beachbody coach. And that means Kelsey's doing a damn good job, because she's not like, oh, I'm a Beachbody coach, I'm a Beachbody coach. Like, you want people to come to you and be like, hey, what are you doing? Because if you're just like, oh yeah, I'm doing this program and this is what it's called, they're going to go right to Google Beachbody and sign up themselves. And then you just lost someone that could be on your team. So that's another thing, going back to the creating curiosity. You really want to build those relationships with people, because they can just go to Google and just do it there. That's the other thing with recipes. People can Google recipes for free, so I might as well give it to them. Like, you literally can Google any recipe. So just give it to people. That way they don't have to Google it. They can come to that fun Regina girl that makes the egg cups and has her go-go juice. Like, what is that stuff? Like, you want them asking you what you're doing. So yeah, Kelsey Hill shares workouts. And I don't think there are Beachbody workouts. They could just be moves from Beachbody, but she'll post a video and then give the workout right at the bottom of like what it is, so people can screenshot it and do it later. And then they're going to come back to her page, and then they're going to reach out to her, and then they're going to join her group. And with recipes, put the recipe there. Don't even bother. Like, sometimes you can do a poll, like, want my recipe? Just give it to them. Just give them the recipe. Make it so that they can screenshot it, whatever. People can go to anything to get a recipe. Just give it to them. Okay. Another thing, like I said, that's something Lindsay taught me. Who is your audience, and what are you solving for them? So I ran a free group with Maggie. It was like one of the free groups I did, the 5-day crock pot group. And that was the first group I did on my own. Again, I wasn't crazy about doing it, but Maggie's like, just do it. It's fine. It's a free group. And I was like, okay, I'll do it. And I did it, and it was so fun. But with that, when you're talking about your content, who are you reaching out to? Why do they want to join your challenge group? So you need to talk to all the old yous. Like Nicolette and I did a fun video before our February challenge group, and we're like, she was like, if you're like me, you have 3 kids, you don't have time for yourself, you need something quick, you can do at home. Okay, so you're reaching out to the moms that don't have time. I'm reaching out to maybe the teachers. I also coach lacrosse. Like, I don't have time to go back and forth to the gym. So talk to those people. Be like, if you're like me and you get really anxious in the morning, like this routine's helped me so much just at my house. Or, who are you reaching out to? Like, so for the Crock-Pot group, I said, do you have a problem coming up with dinners for you and your family? Like, I hate making dinner. I hate having to come home and make dinner. This is what I'm going to do. I'm having a free 5-day Crock-Pot group. So you really want to talk to people very specifically. I had a woman reach out to me once. She goes, oh my God, that post is me. Like, and it was actually about her. She had all these objections, and I made a post about her. She goes, I just felt like you were really reaching out to me. And I'm like, girl, that was for you. I didn't tell her that. But I'm like, that was literally to you. And we talked on the phone for like an hour the next day. She still didn't join my group, but it's totally fine. We made the connection. She's having a baby. And she's just not ready. So it's okay. It's okay. Okay, so who are you helping? What problem are you solving? Picture that woman in your head. And I picture the old me's, always the old Erin. Like, that's who I'm speaking to every day, because that was me. And Maggie reached out to me. So you are reaching out to someone as well. Okay. All right. So any questions? I still have a lot more to go, but any questions on like that stuff, like your why, your audience, and who? No one? Okay. Oh, also, how I talked about Gina Kish. She did a defrost your inbox free 5-day group, just like we do. And then, they reach out to you and see if you want to do their thing. I also got some challenge group ideas and other info and tips from literally sitting on my stories and like, it's like, hey, free Beachbody coach, do you want to run a free challenge group? And I just put my name and email in it, and they send you stuff for free. So don't be afraid of that stuff, because that's where I've gotten some of my content as well. Also, turn your thinking into, you're not a consumer anymore, you're going to be a creator. And I can't tell you the last time I sat on Instagram and looked at other people's stuff, because when I'm on Instagram, I'm just creating. And it's like almost relaxing to me. I find it like an adult coloring book, like a stress reliever when I like mess with my stories and like edit pics. Like, it's just been fun to me. So really change your mindset to, you're done sitting there scrolling and looking what other people are doing. Stop wasting your time and figure out how you're going to tell your story, and your story in a very special way to all the old yous out there, and start creating. Stop wasting your time sitting there looking at everybody else's crap, because they're them and you're you. And your story is completely different from all of our stories on here are completely different. And that's what makes us all so special and have our own audience, because we are reaching out to different people. Like, I don't have any kids yet. So all of you with kids are reaching out to a completely different clientele than I am. So own that. Like, own everything about you, because those are the people you are reaching and I'm not, and vice versa. You know what I mean? So own you and everything about you. Okay. So let's talk about like branding your Instagram page in colors. Whatever the word branding means is basically what makes you. When you look at your page, basically what are people going to learn about you in about 5 seconds? So when you look at my page, I don't really know. I like food. I obviously am doing some workout program. and I like pink and black. Like, but what are they learning from your page real quick? So you want to have your page to look very aesthetically pleasing and very neat and clean, because that's what our eyes like. That is what we are attracted to, and that's what's going to get you to go back to that page. We just naturally like a very organized look. So when you are thinking about your page, think about what colors you post a lot of. And that right there can be the start of your brand. Your branding is like your colors, any pattern you like a lot, and basically what you like stand for and what you represent. So I have found, and this literally has taken me like an entire year to figure this all out, and it's probably going to change in a few months. But right now I'm digging white and black, hot pink, and a little bit of teal. Like that is my color. That's what I go with. So think about those colors that you really like and what like kind of attracts your eye, and start using them. Start being consistent with them. And you can change it up all the time, but just when people see your stories, they're going to be like, oh yeah, that's Jenny's stories. Like those are Jenny's stories. I just saw them. That's her color. Like that's her jam. And then think about what pattern you like too. Like I'm obsessed with leopard. So I do a lot of leopard stuff, just like hints of it. And Mag asked me, she's like, how'd you get that leopard background? Like I'll do like a plain leopard background and then type on it. And all I do is go to Pinterest and type in leopard background, save that leopard background on my phone. I'm going to show you a trick real quick. And I save that into my favorites. Please hold. I save that into my favorites so that it's like always there. Now, of course, I can't find it. Hang on, sorry. Seriously. Okay, so I'm going to show you a little trick. So here's my leopard background. I just saved this on Etsy, or not Etsy, Pinterest. And then if you want to fade it, and some of you may already know how to do this, but you just press the squiggle, like where you're drawing, and then you click on the felt tip pen. And then if I want to do the background like a white, you just hold it like that, and it turns it faded like that. Can you guys see that? And then you can start typing on it. And if you want that in the background, you could do that. So that's just like a fun tip that you can do, like, and type on it. So if you have a pattern, go with that. Like Nicolette, she's like, oh my God, I love buffalo plaid, like the black and white plaid. So that's like her pattern, which is really cool. All right, another trick. Some of you may know this, but your stories. You want to, kind of go with the same filter for your stories. You don't always have to, of course, but like I like using black and white and then like really bright colors. So if you go on to, I'm going to show you a trick of how to change your story filters. So Instagram gives us all these story filters. Hi, Mom. No, mute yourself. Mute yourself. I love you so much. Okay. Kelsey lives with my parents and she just put my mom on. I don't know if any of you could see that.
I think this is the first time in history that a mom was on. I love it.
Here
I
she
love
is.
it. Hey, Mom. Hey, look, Ma. She made it.
I'm so proud.
Cheers to your daughter. She's killing it.
All right. Love you, Mom. You're interrupting me. Okay.
Bye.
I'm kidding. Okay. So let me go to, do any of you follow like Haley Christensen? Anyone? Okay. I'm going to go to her story right now and see. Oh, you know what? She doesn't use a lot of filters. Hang on. Okay. And okay. So Chelsea Pearson, Maggie told me to follow her, and I love her because like you remind me, guys, you remind me of each other. And totally. Like she is like, love her. And I can really relate and connect with her. Not on everything, but a lot. So follow coaches that you really, really like, and learn from them. So Chelsea, if you look at her, can you guys see this okay? Okay, so when you go to Chelsea's story, right in the right-hand corner under her name, it says white and bright. So when you click on that, I already have that saved. When you click on the top right-hand corner of where it says her filter is called white and bright, if you click on that, you can save that effect to your phone and have a bunch of different filters, like as opposed to just the ones Instagram gives you. So it completely changes the filter. And you'll find those on like other Beachbody coaches, and then just save them. And you can save them to your effects on your page, which is really cool. Okay. Another thing I wanted to mention, which I see some of you do, and I just want to tell you, is when you post a story, you know the blue lines where it will like bump your text over or whatever? You guys know what I'm talking about? Make sure you stay within those lines, because when you don't keep your content in those blue lines, you can't read it. So you may be posting awesome stuff, but we can't read what you're writing because it's too high up. And I even do that still. I was like, Mom, can I see your phone real quick? And my mom literally has an Instagram just to look at our stuff, my sibling stuff. And so I'm like, oh my God. Like I did this like 2 weeks ago. Like I knew that, but I didn't really think it was that big of a deal. And I had all this text written in my stories and you couldn't even read it. So you'll live and you'll learn, and you just make sure you stay in the blue lines, because that is what people can see. If you literally put it lower or higher, you can't see it. Also, don't put, like if you do any polls or anything, what you don't want to do is have people accidentally click on it. I mean, maybe you do, but then it's awkward when you're like, hey, did you want to join my challenge group? And they're like, no, sorry, it was an accident. You never know. Sometimes it can build a relationship. So speaking of polls and stuff like that, definitely do a lot of polls. And we need to help each other. So if you see like a sister coach has a poll on her page, vote on it. Like obviously we don't want to join your challenge group, but we're trying to help you because it helps with the algorithm. So vote on each other's polls, write each other's sweet nothings when people are asking questions. Don't drop your actual email, and help each other, because that moves your stories up so other people can see it. So if you have like polls or voting or asking a question on any of ours, do that. Like help a sister out, because that just helps. All right, so also with stories, you want to make sure, I know I'm like brain dumping you right now, but like this is just, I just have so much to say. So
I can listen to you all day. Keep going. You're on a roll.
I feel like I'm working out right now. I'm literally sweating. I think it's the hat, but I have to keep it on. I washed my hair this morning, and I had students ask me if I got my hair done. I'm like, no, I literally just washed my hair, but thank you. So, okay. Haley Christensen, for example, has a very like routine story. She posts her morning, like pre, right? We all have our little pre thing. Like I do, I like cheers or I toast, you know? And Haley Christensen does her little pre in the bathroom. And then she starts showing her cards. She's showing like all of her like, I don't know what, like reading, she reads cards and stuff. And really found a passion for that and shares that. So find what you're also passionate about besides working out and share those things, because you're going to reach out again to another audience that's going to be like, oh, this girl isn't just all about workouts and eating sushi. Like she has anxiety. So do I. Oh, she's like me. You know, we can relate on different levels, because the people that are watching you are not the people that have everything figured out. The people that are watching you are the people that need your help. So don't post a bunch of your workout videos because you're not helping them. That's just making them feel like crap. So how can you help them? Like if you're showing your workout video, also share like a struggle you had, or being like, oh my God, I never worked out before. With your workout videos, you have to add value to them. No one cares about you working out. Like, why are you following this program? What do you love about it? What are struggles you had? Sam, you do an awesome job with that. Like, I love all your stories. You have all, like, you say all the things like, oh, I didn't want to get up today. Or, you know, I just love watching your stories with the stuff like that and like all the text in there. But give them value. Like what can you help them with? You know what I mean? So just always think, how can I help people? And if that's not your why, then keep doing what you're doing. If your why is not to help people and just to motivate yourself and share your story online, do that. Like, absolutely do that. But if you're trying to get people to join your challenge group and want to be a coach on your team, you need to tell them how you can help them. Now, I tell my coaches this on my team. 9 out of 10 times, people aren't, actually, I'd say like 9.5 out of 10 times, people aren't going to message you and be like, oh my God, I want to join your challenge group. That's not how it works. Like, we all know that. Like, we have to build relationships with people. And we can do that by sharing what we're passionate about, not just working out. So like, I am super into mindfulness and meditation. That like saved me. I taught myself all that because I was at the point where I almost had a panic attack. And I'm like, all right, I got to figure something out. So I'm really passionate about that and like mental health and stuff. So share you. Like, share what's so special about you. What is special about you? There's something so special about all of us, like tons of crap. But like, why are you going to help them? Like, more so than any other Beachbody coach and challenge group. Share about your kids. I don't have kids, but I have plants. And I don't really share about my plants, but I should, because I mean, look at them. I love my plants. And like, what is gonna get people's attention? You know, Sam, I keep calling you, but like, Sam is like always, she's a teacher. She's a busy mom. Like, she's going back and forth, but she's still a coach. Like, she shares about that a lot. You know, Regina talks about her kids and stuff that they deal with. And like, and Julie, like, you guys are reaching audiences that we can't. And you need to own that, because those are the people that are going to be like, oh my God, someone like me. I can relate to this woman. What else? I'm trying to see who's on here. Like, there's a bunch of hairstylists in here too. Like, they have so many people at work asking them about it, but like, build your, like, how are you connecting with people on a different level other than workouts and nutrition? Okay. I think that's it with like stories. Just share your life. Like, if you like to travel, if you like wine, if you like food, but don't always talk about you. Like, you need to share, how are you helping people? And again, like I said, if that's not your why, don't worry about anything I'm saying with the whole helping people and offering value. But what can you offer them? Like, are you like a crazy twerking woman? Like, go to her page. You know, like, Kimmy's a dental hygienist. Like, Kimmy has not shared on social media yet, but she's going to be reaching out to teeth people, like dental hygiene people going to school still with busy schedules, but maybe don't have time to work out. You know what I mean? So find that person. All right. Picks, your page, and when to post. Let's talk about posting and when to post. There's no perfect time to post. What I did was I went on Pinterest and I literally searched when to post on Instagram. And I found some visual that I like where it shows where people are more active during the day, what days they're more active on. It's all a load of shit, but you know what? I just follow that. And we're just going to go with the picture that I have saved in my favorites. I go off that sometimes, but sometimes I'm busy at work and I don't have time to post in the morning like I planned. So I post later at night when you're sitting down. So, and Linz and I talked about this too. I'm like, when should I post? And she's like, when do you go online? When do you go online? So think about you, what you do, and when are you going online? I go on during lunchtime. So think about all the people at work, like out, like in offices. When do they get to go on their lunch break? So you can think about that. You can think about, I always think like, oh, I just got home, everything's quiet, where that is not the case in any household that has children. It's pure chaos after school. So maybe don't post after school. Like, I have to think, who's watching me? Is it people with kids? Are those the people in my challenge group? Not really. People at right now, my age, a lot of people that watch me don't have kids yet, or they have little ones that aren't in school yet. So think about your people. Again, always think about your people. So definitely post at different times of the day. Don't post at the same time every day. Sometimes post in the morning, sometimes post at night, sometimes post in the middle of the day. You never know who's watching you. Or Regina, you talked about having like a different clientele, or Maggie, you have people that are all over the world. Like it could be, you have people in like California watching your stories, and it's whatever the time difference is there. They're like an hour or two. So if it says, oh, post at 6 o'clock, 6 o'clock is different all over the place. So just experiment, trial and error, always trial and error. You will learn as you go with this. There's no perfect way to do any of this. So you just have to see what works for you and kind of go with it until it stops working, and then try something new. That would be my best advice for that. What else? Okay. So posting that. All right. So we talked about the presets. Presets are basically, they're a little fancier filters, different from the ones that Instagram gives you for free. And it really makes your pictures stand out and pop. It really gives them a clean look, depending on like, they're all the same. They have like, have any of you, like, raise your hand if you purchase your presets and you already downloaded them or you already have them? All right, amazing. So with those, like when you buy a preset, you could get a pack of 10 or a pack of 5 or a pack of 3. When I decided, I'm like, oh, I'm going to buy presets, I paid $40 for 3. I know. Clay was not happy with me. And then I bought more because I didn't like those. And then he really wasn't happy with me. But I finally found some I like. And then I freshened them up a little bit because I was sick of those. But basically what presets do is really help your page have a really clean look. All your filters look the same, and they really make your pictures stand out versus all the ones on Instagram. So I posted a 1-minute video of how to download presets onto the Lightroom app. And what you do is follow those instructions that so if you bought them on a shop on Etsy, they will email you the downloads, and then you download them in the Lightroom, and then you will edit your pictures in Lightroom. Then you save your pictures to your phone, and then you upload them. Hi, Mike. Then you upload them to Instagram. So you're not inputting anything into Instagram. You're downloading them into Lightroom. And if you have questions with the download, like I said, I posted the video on the team page. Now you can edit the presets. I know that sounds stupid. Like, why would I buy them if I have to edit them? But you can make them yours even more. So if you haven't gotten a preset yet, or you want to change it up, like for me, when I'm looking to buy a preset, I look for the people that kind of have, like, you know how they give the examples of like what they look like? I try to look if there's blonde haired people in there and what they look like in those. And I'm like, is that what I want to look like? If it's not, I'm going to move on, because I have pasty white skin and blonde hair. So I'm not buying a preset that's going to wash me out and make me look like clear or something. Like, also pay attention to that. Like, Sam and I were talking about, she uses a lot of blue. So I encourage her to look at presets with the blue pop. If you travel a lot and you're by like water, which I don't know if any of us are, but you want to look at those pictures. The presets are showing like a lot of water or a lot of green or blue. So kind of look at those and like what colors you use. Now, I'm not going to go over the whole Lightroom app, but what it is basically like, it's like a VSCO. Do you guys know what VSCO girls are? Does anyone know what that means? Oh God. Okay. It's like a thing now and with high schoolers. So Lightroom is just a picture editing app, and experiment and mess with the effects at the bottom. You can saturate colors more so than others. So if you have like pink in a picture, mess with the pink color and move the things around, and it will pop or it can go down. Like, you can do so much with that app, and it's so fun. It's so fun. I love editing pictures. I think it's just like, it's like coloring to me. It's just like mindless. But really look down at the effects on the Lightroom app and start messing with them, like the lighting, the effects, the texture, the clarity. Like, see what you like. Mess with the pictures. But I definitely highly recommend a preset because you want your stuff to stand out online. Captions. I just have a little note about captions. Short and sweet is okay. Every picture you post doesn't have to be a story. I personally don't like have an attention span. So I don't read a lot of stuff. I skim a lot, but then sometimes I post really long stuff because I have so much to say. And but I find myself looking at other people's stuff that has short stuff. I love short captions. Like, get to the point. What's your picture about? What is your motivation? What's your inspiration? Like, just give me a cute emoji.
Hold on. I'm sorry. Instagram's algorithms, you guys, yes, get to the point. It doesn't always have to be long, but Instagram wants you to stay on their app and read their content. And they are favoring content that has at least a couple sentences, you guys. So it doesn't do us justice to just do like a little bit, because Instagram is favoring interaction and actual content as opposed to just, here's a thing, you know? So yes, short and sweet to the point, but have it be a little bit more, because Instagram is picking up on that and they want it to be interaction. They're favoring interaction. So it doesn't always have to be a novel, but do more than a couple words, please and thank you. Okay, I'm sorry, Erin. I love you. Bye.
Oh, you're good. She's a lifetime of knowledge. So yeah, think, what would you want to be reading? Because sometimes I'm just like on the go, or like I don't really have time to read something long. So think, what would you want to read? So, and like I'm saying, like, everything doesn't have to be like this long thought out thing, because I feel like, and I've talked about this with some coaches on my team, sometimes it stresses people out having to come up with content. And that's not what this is supposed to be. This is supposed to be fun. This is exciting. You're sharing your story. So if you're becoming stressed out with coming up with captions, just take a breather. Think about, was the old you thinking during this time? Or how far have you come since then? And it doesn't have to, like I said, everything doesn't have to be this long thought out thing. But if you want to just offer some value and give some quick advice, then do that. Okay? Because it's better than nothing. So when you're writing a caption, I also shared one of the website that we use for how to like italicize and bold your font. I shared that on, I don't know, it's on the team page. We can share it again. But Lynn shared that with me, and that, like, it's so fun. It takes a little bit of time, but it's so fun, and it really makes your stuff pop out. So when you have a caption, what basically is going to make me stop, look at your picture, because your first sentence caught my eye. So Gina Kish, when she did her Defrost Your Inbox free group, she, just for signing up for the group, gave us like 30 like eye-catching scroll stopping. I like that. I like that. Scroll stopping. Okay. Like, really quick. What are these chats about? Am I supposed to be looking at this? Okay. What is going to get people to stop and look at your page? It has to be eye-catching, literally, because people are going to keep scrolling and not read what you have to say if it's not good. So you have to start it out with something bomb that's going to get them to look at what the rest of your stuff says. In the middle, give the details. What are you talking about? What's your story? What did the old you do? What is the new you doing now? I always refer to old Erin. God, I love her, but bye-bye. Like, I think about the old you and everything you struggled with when you're thinking about writing your content. Who is reading this? And then at the end, what is your call to action? You don't always have a call to action. So call to action would be like, I have 3 spots left in my challenge group, girl. Like, if you're interested, message me for details. Or like, on mine that I just posted a little bit earlier, my call to action at the bottom was, comment below if I'll see your face tonight. Comment below or drop an emoji. Like, what do you want them to do? to try to get that interaction and try to build that relationship. So what do you want from them? And again, not every post has to have a call to action. Not every post has to be inviting them to your challenge group. Not every post has to be talking about your superfood shake or your Energize. But like, just peep it. Like, ooh, like there's my Energize again. You know what I mean? So like, have your stuff subtly there. Like, always have your superfood shake in the background. Like, I'll show pictures of my computer at work sometimes, and I'll have my shake right next to it. But I don't always have to address the shake. Like, just have it there. Like, people will be like, oh, there's that shake again. I really want to try that. So you don't always have to be like, oh, yeah, and remember my superfood shake. Also, something I did, and I told Nicolette this too, I wrote down everything that's in Shakeology, like all the things people want, like I have this memorized: prebiotics, probiotics, antioxidants, digestive enzymes, fiber, vitamins and minerals, 70 superfoods, as much nutrients as 6 salads. Type that out, put that in your notes, and then copy and paste it. So you don't have to sit there on your stories and type it out every time what's in Shakeology. And then like, just really just have it there on the side. So when you're posting about Shakeology, you don't have to type it out every time. That's just a tip that's recently, I figured out. Always think, just what would I want to see? Who would I want to follow? Who are you helping? What is your why? That is the most important thing, because if you don't know your why are you doing this? And if you don't know your why, this is not going to be fun. It may become stressful. It may become overwhelming. So you need to think hard about why you're doing this, and everything will just kind of happen then. So really, really, if I can encourage you to do anything, it would be that. And you know what? The other thing is just trial and error. I say that about everything with this. Like, you will figure out what works for you and what doesn't, but you have to at least try. If you don't try, you're not going to figure that out. And be consistent. Like, you have to show up. You don't have to be your peppy self every freaking day. Like, sometimes life sucks. But if your life, you're not having, a good day, maybe reach out to other people that aren't having a good day. Or those people will be like, oh my God, I'm not having a good day either. And you like build a beautiful relationship because you both weren't having a good day. And you don't always have to show everything you do, right? Like, live your life. You don't have to post every single thing you do. So like, I know it's hard because sometimes I'm like, oh my God, like Clay made us stuffed peppers tonight. And like, I want to post this, but I'm like, no, I want to enjoy dinner with my husband right now. Like, live your life, but share things that could help other people that are like you. And just be consistent. Because when you stop posting and you stop sharing, like, that's when one day turns into 2 days, turns into 3, turns into you're not sharing anymore, turns into you're not working out anymore, turns out to like you gain 10 pounds and you're not doing anything. That was a little dramatic, but it could happen. So just be consistent. Like, we've all been consistent with our workouts in our life, in our nutrition. And the more consistent you are with coaching, like, people are going to watch you for months until they decide that they are kind of interested in what you're doing. You know what I mean? Like, I watched Maggie for months. I watched you all for months. And I didn't decide to do it until I hit my point. And don't ever take anyone's no as a personal thing. They're just not in the right mindset. And I know that has nothing to do with social media, but don't be discouraged, because we all get no's every single day. So my biggest thing would be consistent as possible. And just be you. Because like I said, we all have our own stories and we're all special in our own different way. And we are reaching out to all different people. So who I'm reaching out, like, if I find myself guilty of this, like, if Maggie shares something, I'll be like, oh my God, I didn't talk about that today. I got to get on that. And then I get stressed out and then I freak out and then I don't share about anything. Don't compare yourself to anyone in this group. Like, you cannot compare yourself, because we're all different. And what one coach is doing, she's doing because that worked for her. Like, if I started, Lindsay, I'm going to use you an example because this is just so not me. If I started twerking, everyone would be like, what the hell is she doing? Like, I hate dancing. Like, I absolutely hate it. Like, at any, like, PE thing we have, there's, like, a dance unit, and I hate it. So, like, that's not me. But that's where Lindsay shines. So find where you shine and own it. Like, own the hell out of it. And you are going to find a crew that loves you for that. So find your why, be you, and be consistent as hell. And have fun. Because if you don't have fun with this, there's no point in doing it. No point, because you're just going to stop. So, boom. I have so much more I could say, but you know what? I think that's a good start.
Are you sure? Because I could seriously listen to you all day.
My throat hurts.
Like, mic drop.
Do you guys have any questions? Like, I'd love to talk about, like, specific things. And like I said, I'm not a pro. Like, this is just things I've learned or researched or looked up or, like.
Okay, I need to point out 2 things before we ask questions. First thing is my mind is blown at you right now. Like, a year ago, look at how much you've grown in a year. Like, this is crazy. And this is probably one of the biggest team calls. I've had a lot of speakers, and this is probably one of the biggest. Do you want to come around here?
I'm honored.
It's because of the speaker. People will come to this, listen to the speaker. And your students are so lucky to have you as their teacher. Like, I was just like this the whole time listening to Erin. Like, you are very good at what you do. So thank you. But yeah, the content was out of this world. Okay, let's ask questions, you guys. Do it now. I know a lot of you are like, how do you do this? How do you do this? Like, ask them, or you could put it in the chat box. But I mean, I say just spit it out and ask. Unmute yourself and ask.
Quick question. So I bought some presets today and I uploaded it to Lightbox. I figured out how all that works, but I can't figure out how to like do it for the videos. Or is that not an option for the Lightbox?
No, you can't do it for videos, just your pictures.
Okay. And there's no way to upload that preset on specifically Insta so you could use it for your stories?
No. So
okay, I just want to make sure I wasn't missing anything.
No, not for Lightroom. Lightroom's just for pictures.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Who else? Who else? Ask the questions.
Okay, so I don't have a question as of right now, but when I actually go to do this, it won't work. That's the way my life goes. The other day, I went to get on Zoom to join everybody for the workout, and it wasn't there. Technology is not my friend. So in the future, can I message you to say what in the world is going wrong?
Yeah, for sure. I can't, like, I don't know. Like, seriously, my phone wasn't downloading my videos, and I freaked. I went to Best Buy. Like, they're going to be able to help me with my Instagram. That's not how it works. I freaked out. Like, sometimes it's just the app. It's, like, tweaky, and it just doesn't work sometimes. Like, Nicolette's Splice, like, does not work, and we don't know why. That's another app I highly recommend. That's the one I use for my, like, workout videos is Splice. It's free, but not for
so user-friendly. It's, like, so user-friendly.
So I use Cut Story. Is that the same thing? Is Splice the same thing as Cut Story, but just easier to use?
I don't know.
Cut Story is like you do a long video and it cuts it in 15-second increments. But Splice, you can speed up your video, add music, turn the volume off, and then...
That's how you guys do it. I have been thinking, how do they get just enough speed to make it look cool, but not so much that it looks like you're just flailing on the screen? You use Splice.
Yeah.
Splice.
S-P-L-I or Y?
I. Here, I'll put it in the chat room.
Yeah.
Okay. Splice.
Okay.
Who's talking? Annie? Was
No, I
Annie-
think it was Laura, but I think it was like she was frozen.
Me.
Annie, that's Annie.
Oh, it was Annie?
Yeah.
Oh,
I just said I used
Can't hear you.
I can't hear you.
Yeah. No, I was just saying that I use InShot. InShot is life.
Got it. In shot. Perfect.
Oh, can I
Thank
say one other thing too?
Yeah.
Another thing, I forget who told me this, but and this is something hard, but like you have to take time to do it sometimes is, and I try so hard, but you know, life happens. When people comment on your stuff, like comment back to them. I forget who told me that. Don't just like what they say, and I think I just did that about a post this week, but like for those of you that know me know what's going on in my life right now. I didn't feel like responding to every single one, but thank you so much for being there for me this week. But like, don't just like their stuff, like comment back. Even if it's a cute emoji, like just comment back to people, like let them know, like, thank you for supporting me and thank you for being there for me. Something else with Instagram is like voice messaging, which me and a lot of coaches on here do every single day, is voice message back and forth. But when people can hear your passion and your excitement that you're joining them, it lights them up. Like they get so excited. They're like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. You're so excited. And then they get more excited. So don't be afraid to use the voice message part in Instagram instead of texting with them back and forth, because you want them to get to know you and what your voice sounds like. And also like giving recognition to people is so amazing. Maggie and Lindsay did that for me, and I just got so fired up and so excited about this call tonight because of that. So thank you, girls. And like Clay was finishing watching MasterChef. I'm like, you need to go downstairs. I'm like, I'm all excited. I have butterflies. Like my heart's pounding. I'm like, go downstairs. Like go. But like getting so excited and getting people excited to join your group is like what's just gonna pump them up. You know what I mean? So all like recognizing people on your social media is so fun, like so fun.
I agree.
And another thing I'm just thinking about, like other little tips, you know, picking music for your videos is super fun and really like spices things up. So pick songs of how you're feeling or your favorite like band or person or something like that tells about you too. Like I have phases with music, and then people will message me like, oh my God, I love that song. You want to join my challenge group? Like, of course we like build a relationship, but you get it. You know, you like build that relationship with them and get to talking and realize you have a lot of common and stuff like that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I wrote down so many things, like picture the woman you're reaching out to, make them realize why they need you. Wait, I'm not muted, am I? Okay. I love how you said no love and trust instead of no like and trust. Where was something else? Wait, I wrote down something else that was really good. Oh, like reach the audience that someone like you pointed out, Julie and Regina, like they could reach audience that we can't. Like huge aha moment. We're not a consumer, we're creating. Like this was so mind-blowing, Erin. I love it. You guys, wasn't this awesome? So I think Erin has a challenge for us.
Yeah, I do.
Yes, she does. So we all need to listen.
So we're going to do a call to action and do something with everything we learned. So I just want to thank you guys so much for sitting here and listening to me for over an hour. I love you all so much. And thank you to my girls, Natalie and Nicolette and Kirsten and Meg, whose face is still on here, and Kimmy for coming on. I love you guys so much. And to everyone else, I love you all. And Team Self-Made is amazing. And I'm so like, I just love you all. And I just like, I don't know. Thanks so much for listening to me. And like I said, I'm no pro. Like, this is just stuff I've learned from courses I've taken, free stuff I've gotten, or I just like Google it. Like, you just got to be open to learning it if you want to do it, and if you want to do it the way, you know, that you're comfortable with. And so just always just be you. Just share your story the best that you can and have fun with it. So thank you guys so much. This was so much fun. This was so fun. I'm like so pumped right now. Okay, so my call to action for you is going to be a post, whether that's tonight or tomorrow. And your post is going to be using your new preset. And any, like, whatever your post is going to be, however you want to go at this, but what is your why? So not only are you going to be trying out your new preset, but you're also going to be like digging deep and why are you doing this? Why are you coaching? Why do you want to help women? And what's your why? Is your why to help people and because it's fun and you get your shakes paid for? Is your why because you want to stay home and not have to go to work? Is your why to help pay for your Target runs and foot retreats and sushis? What's your why? And then make a post about it. And one more thing, I'm sorry about posting. Not every post has to be like, I feel awkward posting, like taking pictures, because I just was never like that. I'm still warming up to the whole idea of social media. But oh, you know what? I meant to say this. I'm really sorry. ADD. Lindsay and I was at a point where I was getting really stressed out about posting and coming up with content. So she's like, do a photo shoot. And so I literally did. Of course, I planned it when Clay was not home. And she suggested starting with no makeup on. Like, no, don't do your hair or anything. And then get more and more ready. And then change your clothes, change your hair. And then you'll have content. I literally have content still I took over the summer. Like pictures. I made one Shakeology. I made one Energize. And I just set that shit up. And Kimmy, I have to tell you something. I'm really sorry, but the napkin holder you got us for our wedding shower broke while I was doing that. I was like trying to stack everything, like hold and prop my phone up. And
in her defense, she was so distraught about it. Like, she loved that gift. She loved that gift, man.
I was like crying. And but that was so helpful to me because I just have a bunch of pictures, and it's not just pictures of me. It's pictures of my weights and my tracking calendar. It's pictures of my shake and my Energize. You could even make some meals and like make some noodles and stuff and show your containers. But it was so nice because it was really fun, and there were clothes everywhere. There was like shit everywhere, but I had so much content to post, and then you can kind of like work with your captions.
One tip I have for you, I did a photo shoot with my kids, and then I forgot they grow up. So don't put your kids in your photo shoot, because I was like, ooh, and because I have the album too, where I'm like, I'll look back, I need to use a picture. And I was like, oh, Jack looks really young in this picture. They're not going to believe that it's in the present. But yes, photo shoots are great. That's a great idea. Love that.
Yeah, it's fun. And it just kind of takes the stress off. Like, if you want to post something at work and you're sitting at your desk, you can't be, taking pictures. Like, I don't have time to take pictures in the morning and do stuff if I want to post it during my lunch. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah. Yes. There was something I was going to say and now I don't remember. So it's funny how Erin started out with being in the witness protection program, she would say, to now today on this call, right? She's leading this team call. But a lot of this stuff came to her from doing this on her own. Like, she sought out this stuff. She signed up for Lindsay's course. She Googled the shit. She went on Pinterest. She found, just how she said, when is the best time to post on Instagram? And she found that out on Pinterest. So sometimes you have to like how she said, the trial and error. You have to find this information out by yourself too. You just can't expect to know it all, right? So, here she is social media guru 1 year later. Okay? So that's my little tidbit for you. And I know Erin is more than welcome. Her inbox is always open. That sounded really dirty. If you ever have questions, message her, because I know that she would do anything for us and help us out in any way. But okay, so we are on for an hour and 20, and I know a lot of you are probably tired, but I just want to thank you again, Erin, just really doing this, and we learned a hell of a lot from you.
Thank you guys for listening to me for that.
And I cannot wait to see everybody's posts tomorrow about your why with your preset. I bought a new preset too. I'm going to play around with it later.
Awesome.
But thanks again, and I recorded this awesomeness, so we'll have it for the future.
We have to do a boomerang.
Oh my God, that's right, I forgot. Okay.
Oh my God, Maggie, how could you forget? It's baby's first call.
Oh my God, I know. How could I forget? Baby's first call. You're so funny. Okay. Should I do? Okay, I'll do a group. All right. Should we just do a wave?
Yes, sure.
Okay, ready? Hold on.
Do we do? Let's do a picture too, please.
Okay.
A boomerang and a pic.
All right, ready?
Thank you.
All right.
Boomerang done.
Okay. Hold on, it's saving. Okay. So I always save my stories to my camera roll. Always. You just don't know when you're going to want to use it later on, too. So, all right, ready?
Sure.
Awesome.
All right, I love you guys. Thank you so much for staying on for that long. This is so fun. Oh,
it was so fun. So fun. Love you, girl. Thanks again, ladies.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
See ya.